22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had... Consistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia! That'll go as a punt return of 53 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they were going to get excellent field position either way. They had pinned them deep, but that's even better.
So in other words, being comfortable with field position, that was going to be okay. But sometimes being greedy is the right way to go. And boy, they take it all the way back, put it in the end zone. A great way to get started for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Henry again on second down. Muscles him off. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And it's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Calvin Ridley. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. To throw is gone. In trouble, and he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken it around the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Second down, Vick. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Vick operating on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Bobo, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, here's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
On third down, Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken right around the 44. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get the...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome
The
back.
highlights from the
Charles
first
and I
half,
settled
all
into the booth, ready
one-sided.
for quarter
This one got out of
number
hand
3.
early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Second half begins with a run by Henry.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down track.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for them. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Taking on the midfield logo. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Touchdown! 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw on 2nd down is gone.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Back to throw. Goff. Under pressure, they got him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And this taken at the 49. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him?
There he goes left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And there he goes again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to the air. Goff on second down.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Here's Goff. incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.